Okay. Sorry about that.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course,
it was close.
Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
2845.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
So yeah, we're gonna do the follow me ending, or the follow him ending. But then I'm going to I'm just gonna search around and I'm just gonna see. I honestly don't know how to get to the other endings. I mean, I know there's other endings. This is not just like a remake for, because in the trailer which I watched, it was like new endings, all new endings, and I've been waiting for this game forever, guys. Like, you guys don't understand. I fucking love the Stanley Parable.
Deeper into the building, Stanley
it's one of my favorite games.
It was a stirring of emotion in his chest.
It's like, as though he felt probably like top, it's top 5, or it's definitely top 10, but it might be top 5. Or it might be number 6, I don't know. I'll definitely do a, I might do a list of my favorite games.
This question would not go unanswered for long.
Wait. Oh! You couldn't do this?
Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
So, we already found our first... Is this... I don't think that was
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Is there... I don't know what to do. So I can't leave. I wonder if I go downstairs and if I come back up, if he'll say anything different. Or...
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
I want to see if I can come back up. And I want to see if he gets different dialogue. I wonder if that is an ending, though. I'll have to check. Honestly, yes.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to
I'm just going to try this a few times
there.
and just see
is
what
it
happens.
The boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
Oh, God. So yeah, I don't think this was in the original. I definitely have to play the original again.
Oh my God. It's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this. Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No! No, wait! No! I need more time to process.
Oh, God. I already love it. I already freaking love it. I miss the sarcastic narrator.
All right. I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
I'm gonna do it one more time. Just see what... Because he's clearly getting more and more pissed.
Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I have no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
Oh, God, I miss this game. Like, I legit was like, oh, I need to remake my series on the game. And then I was like, no, I can't. I just want to see. Oh, nothing? Was that it? I just want to get up here and see what he says. He's probably not going to say anything. I think that's not an ending. I think that's just, you know.
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment.
Uh-oh.
Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow? There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises, to have to think and to anticipate and then to marvel at the eventual reveal? This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years, and it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley. Because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is why... Oh, I didn't know when to spring this on you, but...
I don't know.
I've gathered a little press conference for you, so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh, good, we're here.
Oh.
Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
Oh, shit. How we did it, the pyramids. We didn't do that. The guy who went to Mars, that is not him. No, that's not him. World's healthiest human being. All tricks revealed. Live on stage. Live on stage. That's the if you don't know, if you've ever played Gary's mod, or I guess Half-Life, that's kind of the outfit that the one character in Half-Life wears. Because this game actually used to be a Half-Life mod, if you didn't know. World Peace, baby.
Ah, yes. Here
Is that a
it is,
Minecraft
just through this door.
World's first sentient machine. To
Right.
stage.
Are you
Welcome,
ready?
Stanley.
I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling.
427.
And what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry. You'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley.
Okay, thank you.
It looks like they're ready for you.
The
Go
dude who
get 'em.
came up with pizza. That man. There's a Half-Life sound effect. Or I guess, yeah, Half-Life. I was gonna say Portal, but... Hey, how's it going? Hello, hello, yes. Hello. Yeah, hello. It's so bright. I can't see. Turn down the lights. That actually did kind of hurt my eyes because I'm in a dark room right now. My room's dark. I do have my headset plugged in, right? I'm not just talking to myself here. Okay, good. That was an ending? Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone.
There we
What
go,
could it
first
mean?
ending.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
So we'll also
Perhaps he
do a
had
bunch of the
simply
older
missed a memo.
endings. So, just so people who haven't seen the original Stanley Parable series, there we go. Just so people who haven't seen the original series, which I actually wouldn't recommend because it has a giant watermark on it, so...
When Stanley came to a set
well,
of
you know what?
two
I
open
do want to
doors,
test
he and
something.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew
did
it perfectly
hear-
well. Perhaps he
not
wanted to
here,
stop by
but-
the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I was kind of like hoping that like there would be like endings where you can like you open like office doors and shit.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I wanna test something.
Stanley
just
was
wanna
so bad
see
at
if
following
they,
directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I want to see if there's an ending now where you can make it.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we... But in his
Nope.
eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform
Yes.
and plunged to his death. Good
All
job,
right.
Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Alright. So there was that ending, which is the death ending. It's a very easy ending. Literally nothing.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, so I honestly don't know exactly how to reach the other endings. I don't know if
Stanley
there's
came to a
something I
set of
can
two
do.
open doors. He entered the door on his left.
So we'll just follow his instructions until we'll just quickly
Yet
speed
there
past.
was not a single person
So
here
2845.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office.
We can go
Coming to a
downstairs, which
staircase,
gives us the
Stanley
crazy
walked
ending.
upstairs to his
But
boss's
I'm kind of
office.
just looking for newer endings.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley
it's the
was once again
manager's.
stunned to discover not an
two.
indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy.
Oh,
So he
trust me, I know.
relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Hey, that's the logo or the icon for the original game on Steam.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward. into the open
I don't see a passageway. So I wonder if anything else. I doubt it. Anything else can be done yet. So we're not gonna go back up. So we're gonna just keep going. We're gonna get a quick ending. Not a quick ending. We're gonna get the sort of main ending, I guess, if you follow the narrator. But yeah. So let's go.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
There's the
Mind
escape,
Control
which
Facility.
is the museum ending. We'll get to all of these. We will definitely go through all of the game that all of the game has to offer.
The lights rose
A lot of the
on
game
an
I
enormous
honestly
room
don't
packed
know
with television screens.
or remember how to
What
get.
horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
So what are these?
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the
Wait,
number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to
Oh, wait,
images
what does
on
that say?
screen. And Stanley, one of them,
Urgent.
eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant
Let me get
nothing.
closer. Urgent. Employees should never, under any circumstances, attempt. Whoa! Stood up too fast. Ugh, I'm dizzy. All right, stood up too fast. There we go. All right, back to normal. There's a rope.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe
So,
it couldn't be true.
I don't know what that
Had
says.
Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Still can't see his feet. I honestly thought they were going to.
No. He refused to believe it.
I am curious
He
to see if
couldn't
they added
accept it.
anything else
His
to the,
own life in someone else's
disobedient
control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible?
Because they,
Had he
in the
truly
disobedient
spent
ending,
his entire life
go through, like,
utterly
2 different
blind
games,
to the
I think.
world?
Oh yeah, because you go through Minecraft and Portal.
But
So
here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
oh, it's just that. So, oh, there's no like third button. That would've been fun. I don't honestly know. Okay, wait. What do these say? Nothing. These look like time cards. Say anything? No.
And when
Decoration.
at last he found the source of the room's power.
All right. There we go.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Yes. No, because the end is never the end.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange
Well,
building
if the
hold?
portal theory is
But
to
as
be
sunlight
held
streamed into
to
the chamber,
account,
he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been
if the portal
seeking,
theory is to be anything,
but
they're all
happiness.
dead because GLaDOS
Perhaps
killed
his
them.
goal had not been to understand, but to let go.
Yeah,
No longer
so
would anyone tell
the
him
Stanley
what to do,
Parable
what to
has
do.
a weird sort of simulation,
Whatever life he lives, it will
similarity
be his.
to where I work. Now this is obviously nothing like where I work.
It was perhaps
but
the only thing worth knowing.
it's kind of like the factory
Stanley
area.
stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Yeah,
Stanley
because
was happy.
I mean, let's be fair. He's not really free because he did exactly what the game told him to do. So at the end of the day, he's not really ever free because, like this says, the end is never the end, 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 is never the end. There you go. Alright, so that was the main ending. Still no achievements, which kind of sad. I don't know what else to do. Okay, so we're gonna do
co-workers were gone.
3 endings per episode.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
So
memo.
we got 1 ending, we got another ending, so 3 endings per episode. Just because, you know, 420. It's right next to a plant. There's another door open in there. Is there like a way to get in there? Probably not. There were a bunch of doors open in the original game too. I honestly don't know. Oh, hello.
New content? What does that mean? New content.
Ooh. Is there a way over there? Probably not. Okay. I guess it sometimes shows up randomly. I'm sure there's something I have to do with the date.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Yeah.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Is this like commentary on...
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in
Wait,
the
narrator,
Stanley
come
Parable
back!
Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
This looks oddly similar to how the game's original thing
Okay,
was.
so far it's an elevator.
The elevator
Nothing
look.
special yet,
That's
but I'm sure it's just the
textures.
beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Okay.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Me neither. My body is ready.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if them... oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
The game didn't have a jump before, by the way. So it never... you weren't allowed to jump. I still... can't jump anymore.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would think
Another
so.
elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive.
I would
It's
agree.
just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more.
Very good.
Yes. I knew there had to be something else.
Whoa.
Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
It's like the endless void down there.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley?
I see.
This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on
Sounds
the
a
level
lot
of
like
craftsmanship that's gone
commentary
into
on
it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations.
Okay. It's
if you're
okay.
still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
I feel like that's commentary on big game developers now. I mean, it's not wrong. They're not wrong. A bunch of the game. I'm sure that's probably a joke about EA. Which, yeah, I mean, he's not wrong. If that's what the joke is, he's not wrong. Whoa. That's cool. Oh, wait.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Okay. What the hell? I don't know if that was an actual ending or not. I'm sure it was. But, I'll just follow this, see where this goes, and then once we get back to the main thing, I'll call it. Because I don't know if that was the ending.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it
Yeah.
got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special
What the
and
hell?
tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret.
What is
Take a
this?
look.
Narrator, this is
I
beautiful.
call it the Memory Zone. It's
This is
where
not-
I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want.
This was never...
Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how
Stanley
wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap PlayStation port? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched?
I do.
Back then, video games had integrity. Back
God,
then,
this might
it
actually
all
make me cry.
meant something. Oh, the waste.
Oh my god, it's beautiful, narrator. A trip down memory lane. Smile because it's happy. Happened? What? Because it happened. Stanley Parable demonstration. I do kind of remember seeing something like that. I remember when the game came out, because I would say I was probably just getting into PC games. Is that... What are these? At the time, I would have been just getting into PC games. New video game released today. That was not... Creator surprisingly down to earth. That was not what I was hearing about the game. I heard the game was extremely hilarious, and it was very unhinged. That's where Stanley died in the crazy ending. Stanley Parable deals tough choices. You're gonna make me cry, man. God. In loving memory to little Stanley. No! Aww. What is... Music's gonna make me cry now. It's okay, man.
And
Miss
over
the good old
here
days
is
too.
where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like the stunning triumph of
Don't
games
read any
journalism.
reviews except
10
this
out of
one.
10
How do you
from
review?
Destructoid.com. James
This
Stephanie
guy.
Stanley writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was.
It really
It
was.
was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's
What?
no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore.
Hey.
It's just a husk.
It's okay, man.
A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Hey, bud. It's okay. Ooh. Do I go right or left? Memory zone maintenance. Oh, it's locked. Person of the year. Gee, I wonder who that is. So these are all the stuff that he was making. This is beautiful, man. This is like this reminds me of the this is like the ending to oh god, what's it called? A Beginner's Guide, which was made by the same guy, so obviously, but that was more, I don't want to say
Here's
educational.
another
That was
moving
more
passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley
GameSpot.com.
Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The
I get it.
game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation. Boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise.
Hey man, you're okay. Like you're around
These
people
were simpler
who love
times,
you.
Stanley.
They were.
What I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again.
Oh yeah,
Wait,
I know exactly
hang
where you're
on.
coming from, man.
I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no, oh god, no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here.
So
Surely these reviews would
this
go
is
as
obviously
well,
this is oh Jesus, not recommended. This is obviously sort of a commentary on how, I'm sure that's what this is about. A commentary on how the original Stanley Parable was so good, it didn't need to be remade. It didn't need new content. And it really didn't. What's this? You got one up.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his
That's a
humor
lie.
and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered
This is
web
from,
of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Somebody's texture store anyway, I think. Yeah, that's from Left 4 Dead. That's kind of what this part reminds me of. Oh god. I know exactly where narrator's coming from to go back to 2013. It may not have been... It was definitely simpler than things are now. It was definitely... I liked 2013. What is this?
Okay, let's see what this one says.
Uh-oh.
While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
No, of course
Tell
not.
me if I'm
You are
preachy.
never
Honestly, you
preachy,
can.
my friend.
Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me.
You are not preachy.
I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't.
No.
Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to.
Don't you
These black
ever
marks
say
on
that
my
again,
otherwise
narrator.
unimpeachable track
You,
record.
this game
I
is
feel
beautiful, and
like
you
a
are
failure.
beautiful. Dang, bro.
Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley
No.
parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
No, narrator, you shut up and listen to me. You are a beautiful man. Beautiful! Is this game looking at Steam reviews? Yeah, I mean, we're looking at Steam reviews right now, pretty much, because, narrator's having an existential crisis. Which, the Stanley Parable was one of the best games I ever... Shut up, Jace. Is one of the best games I ever played. You don't listen to these bad reviews. These are just
What's
haters.
this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
Are these actual,
A
like,
skip
reviews,
button.
or is this, like,
Well,
stuff that he... I'm
well,
sure
yes.
they probably
Yes,
are,
I think we can
and
do
these
that.
are
If
probably
I'm
when the
truly
game
too
initially
preachy, then-
launched.
Then maybe letting you
But,
skip ahead for just a
like,
moment
the
surely
game
couldn't hurt.
was
Not if it
amazing.
means we can strike these negative reviews.
Like,
from
yeah,
the
there were a
record.
few problems
Only
with it, but-
positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today,
fuck.
and it's always been my motto.
This is,
I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
No, narrator, you don't need to... If I've learned anything from...
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud
And
to have delivered.
you
No
can't-
more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No.
You can't just...
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on
This
a
is just
fortress
like-
display of self-absorption, it's right at your
Obviously, he
fingertips
knows
to go,
this, and this is what he's making
and it's
fun
all
of.
over.
But if you should never
I
do
can't wait
something
to see
for
what
the
Cookie
public
Lime
because
say
the
about
public
this,
wants
and
you to
whether
do
they'll
it. You should
edit
do
the
it if
rating of
you
their
want to do it.
pressurized gas review,
That's like...
or at least change some
Shut
of the words.
up!
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes.
Jesus. Wait,
It's not
are we...
unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not
Okay,
press
so
the
it's
button again.
it's like
I think the skip
two...
button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye
Yes.
to it.
Yes, we can.
and wait, how do we get out of here?
Oh,
Where did
shit.
the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this
Oh,
room?
god damn it.
I do feel quite certain that there was one.
I kind of
here
want to press it
before.
again.
How? Stanley, please don't push the button again.
No,
It's
it's
been
like-
12 hours.
12
You've
hours!
just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room.
Can't
Stanley,
you just make
the
a
door
way
is
out?
gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one
Okay,
of those
there's-
walls 1,000 times.
There's gotta be
and there's
something,
no
a little
door,
crevice.
Stanley. There's no door.
What about
There's
the
just
fan?
you
Fan. What
and
about the fan?
button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks.
Uh-oh.
I've been sitting here all that time, just sitting here, not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right?
No.
Me talking and you saying nothing.
Yes, that...
Would you
Technically,
think that
yes,
it's exactly
but-
the same as always?
No.
Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing?
No.
Me just
Not...
talking?
No.
It isn't, Stanley.
No.
It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close.
Yeah, it's not the
because
same.
I know you
It's-
can't hear me once you push that button. Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year?
I have
Let
not.
me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. days, months. I lost it all in a blur.
I kind of
of
just
the
want to like
deepest longing.
hear it, buddy. Hopefully. Only thing we can do now, go forward. This is actually kind of like creepy. The clock fell. Guess the smoke alarm's going off. The fan stopped and the plant's dead. We just keep
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But
It's
then,
okay.
he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability.
I feel like this is like actual dialogue, or this is like actual stuff he was just like saying, and he just recorded it and put it into the game, like actual like complaints. Let's push it one more time. There was a movie like this, I think. I can't remember what it was.
Is never the end, 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 is
Hey,
never the end,
buddy.
is never the end.
I feel kind of bad for him now. I'm very like scared. Is it like it's like years in the future? The clock's broken, so. Oh shit. Hey! Narrator! There's a ladder. Wait, I keep forgetting I can't jump. Can I like grab this ladder and escape? No. We could escape though, technically. If this was ever like a real life situation, ladder, get it on top, grab onto the pipe, possibly pull the pipe down and use that to climb out. Hypothetical situation, of course. This isn't really happening, I'm sure. Vegetation. Jesus, this has been years. This is like there's a tree up there. This is like when you wake up in Half-Life 2 and it's been like years since you were gone. Ooh. That's creepy. Let's just keep going forward. It's like train sound effects. Oh, freedom! Oh, wow. Can we like press the button again? Like, what if we press the button again? What happens? Nothing? Shit. So we went like... Jesus, we skipped like thousands upon millions of years into the future. This is important. Now we just walk off into the desert. The end. Is that the end? Hey. There we go. Another ending down, unless that wasn't the ending. That was a long ending, I will admit. Pretty long. Is that right? Is that accurate? No, that's not accurate.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
Alright, so I know I said we're gonna call it quits after 3, but I'll do 4 just because this is the premiere episode of the Stanley Parable. New content! Okay.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign.
I
Yes,
did.
I have something very exciting to show you.
Okay. So we're going to that one. No. What is this new exciting one? I should play the beginner's guide again. Because I don't think people oh, hey, we're here. I don't think people appreciate that game enough. That game is amazing. It's actually very emotional, and it
You
actually
see,
did
Stanley,
make me kind of
I've
cry a
been
little.
reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be.
Hey,
the original Stanley
man,
Parable was a landmark.
it's okay.
And any new content
If
for
you're
it
going
should
through
live up
shit,
to that
just-
legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further.
Dude, if you're
Which is
going
why
through shit,
I'm very
like,
proud
you
to
can
announce for the
talk to
first
me.
time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
What? I mean, dude, if you're like really though, if you're
Yes, you
going
see,
through shit,
isn't
like,
this far superior to a
talk
measly
to me.
port with a few minor additions?
Like-
Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This
Bud.
is what fans have truly been asking for.
are you doing okay? I mean, like, I know developer, you don't know I exist, but like, you know, it's
Calling
It's
it the
okay.
Stanley
Like,
Parable
things
2
are okay.
is just
I mean-
so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra
little bit.
Deluxe. What does it even mean?
Dude, I mean,
But
if
the
you're-
Stanley Parable 2.
I know you don't know
now
me, but
that's
like,
an
if you
artistic
ever
statement
want to talk,
right
just
there.
you know,
It's
contact me
future-oriented.
somehow.
It screams
I'll talk to
progress
you.
and innovation
I mean,
and
I'll-
long-term franchising potential.
I mean, dude, if you're like, like if this is an like I'm kind of like uncomfortable a little bit because I feel like this is like a lot of commentary on shit, and I get it. It's probably for jokes. But like if you really need someone to talk to, I mean, I'm here. I'm sure there's other people here that are willing to talk to you. I mean, you're one of the best game developers that I know of. I mean, if you like want to talk to somebody, it's cool, man. Like, we get it. Like, making a game is not easy. Like, I don't think people understand that because people are idiots. But I mean, if you know, I got people that you can talk to and shit. I've been to like 6 different therapists.
Now, to be clear,
None of them
I
helped,
haven't
by the
quite
way.
nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely
2 eyes, 2
organize
ears.
a handful of interesting
nostrils,
concepts,
2 arms, 2
that
legs.
surely the game will sort of naturally
took the
spring
red
up around
marker?
them.
Me.
It'll all work itself out. Game
Son of a
development
bitch.
is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Bro, if you want to talk, it's okay. Like, no one's gonna shame you. Like, Jesus. Like, I feel like he needs to talk to somebody. This way to the show floor. Are we back here? Oh. New features. Is this like... I doubt this is actually a thing. I think this is just like... Because how would you even make the Stanley Parable 2?
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Like, dude, seriously, if you want, like, to talk, it's fine. We're not gonna, like... No one's gonna, like, call you a wuss for, like, wanting to talk. It's cool.
Okay, I'll be
Jesus.
honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the
hell?
new version, the office could use a bit of decoration. like balloons, but
Get
I'm
well
undecided
someday.
on get well
Happy
someday
12th
and
birthdays.
happy 12th birthday. Which would you go with?
Probably get well, someday. I feel like that would be a little...
Sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
I'm sure if I clicked that, it would have been the other one. Like... I mean, man, if you, like...
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No. No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
I mean, dude, if you want to, like... If you want to talk, it's fine, alright? We can discuss things. Like, it's cool. Alright? I know I'm only like 17. I mean, it's just like... It's cool, man. It's like...
Now, here's something special.
I know
you
about,
remember
like,
that broken test trophy that got
anxiety
left in the
and
game on
shit.
accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes. You see, you'll
Really?
come to this lever, and when you pull it, the trophy will be given to you. It's a... Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the trophy is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Okay. I guess we leave. It's just... I feel like this guy is having an existential
What else?
crisis.
What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
We haven't seen this giant Stanley thing. Is that a new art style? Can you find them? 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 Whoa.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the
boy.
Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Jesus, dude. I mean, it... Dude, it... Like, I collect them all. It's okay, man. Like,
God, it really is the worst.
things are
when you
gonna
collect
get better.
everything in a video game,
I
and then they
think.
give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Jesus, man. You're getting a little,
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
I feel like the guy... I feel like our guy is, like, going through some shit. Like, I feel like... Yeah, I feel like he's, you know...
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm
What
truly
the
fond of.
fuck?
It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can
Bullshit.
fall until the end of time if you
Bullshit.
like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Whee!
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
I just want to see, like, if there's anything actually down here.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
How many people can I make dizzy by doing this?
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out,
Every
Stanley.
pause button.
I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look,
Yeah.
I think the issue here is just that you're
Just the
unusually
two of us.
fascinated by falling.
We can make
What
it
normal
if we
person
try.
actually
Just
wants
the
to
two
fall
of us. Just the
infinitely?
two of us.
I figured the hole
Just the
was as
two
deep
of
as
us
anyone would
building
actually need.
castles
Don't you
in
put
the
this
sky.
on me. Maybe you're the problem.
Hey, dude. Whoa.
Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't
Hey,
mean.
dude.
Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
I mean,
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
dude, if like seriously, if you need to talk to somebody, it's cool, man. Like if you just like, you know, want to talk to somebody, it's fine. Like, there's people out there who will talk to you. That's new. What is that's new? I feel like he's having a bit of a existential crisis situation. I feel like we need to talk to him and just see how he's doing. Like, block. I mean, it's like, if you want to contact somebody, I mean, I'm available most
For the
days.
Stanley Parable 2,
it's cool,
I
man.
asked myself, what do players
Jesus.
really want?
Too
And of
big,
course,
too
the first
small,
and most
too
obvious
right.
answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Really?
Jim.
Nope.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's
I was
have you
expecting it to
role-play as
data
Jim
mine.
to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we
Okay.
go. Let's take a deep breath.
People do call
clear
me
your
Jimmy
mind,
sometimes, even though
forget
that's not my
whoever
name.
you
but
are, and simply become a person named Jim.
my name is
I
not
want you to
Jim, but
imagine
people do
yourself
call me
living
Jimmy
as Jim,
sometimes.
sleeping and waking as Jim.
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're
Jesus,
doing
man.
it again, and this time let me finish first.
Dude, it's okay.
Now,
You
allow
can like,
yourself to become Jim. Imagine yourself driving to work as Jim.
Jim.
All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out
hey,
of here.
hey.
I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard
Jesus.
on?
Dude. Man, are you okay? Like, are you good? It's fine, man. Just like, take your time with games and stuff.
Maybe
you
I'll
don't
only
need
let
to listen
people
to the
named
public.
Jim play the Stanley Parable 2. They
What is this?
would appreciate what I've created
Hey,
here.
it's okay, man. Like, you can like, you know, you don't have to like make games. Like, everything is
The
okay.
common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical.
Yeah.
That it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the
That is
Stanley
clever.
Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime
Really?
you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps
Really?
even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, The bucket is the perfect solution.
That's what made the game clever.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
You don't need to make a sequel. I like how he, like...
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really
no.
should be an award if it
It
isn't
should be,
already.
actually. I would watch Game Awards. Exit. The exit is this way? Or is that the exit? Is this the exit? Exit. I think I did everything here, so I have a
All right.
bucket now.
Have you seen everything you wanted to?
Yeah,
Ready
yes.
to move on now?
Yeah, but it's... I mean, narrator, if you... Like, are you good? Like, I mean, you kind of started having a meltdown.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game,
I think...
but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work.
It's
There's
not
definitely
going to
a
work.
good
It's
game in
not...
there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment.
No.
I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Dude, it's not going to work.
Okay.
You struck
Are you
gold
ready?
with how the game was.
Here it is. I give you
hey.
the Stanley Parable 2.
It's okay, man. Hey. Oh, shit. What the fuck was that?
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's
No.
sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement.
Dude.
Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Boy.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything.
Hey, the bucket.
I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I want fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could, but it would need
This
a
is,
really,
like,
really
kinda heavy.
tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable
Dude.
2."
What?
Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect.
God damn, man.
Take a look.
It's okay. Like, I know, like, the world's not exactly great right now, but it'll get better. Hopefully. I mean, oh boy. It's okay, man. Everything is okay. Like, Jesus. Like, I know game making is difficult. Trust me, I've been there. I've tried to make my own games. It hasn't worked. But
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
is this...
Stanley worked for a company
There's
in
the
a big
balloons.
building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427
Like,
did
Jesus.
every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
He technically had.
Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Stanley Parable
Something
2.
that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Is there like anything?
All of his co-workers were gone.
Anything else,
What
I
did it
mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I don't know I don't know what's ending when it ends.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Okay.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Okay. What's anything? I kind of need to end this episode here, but I'm kind of afraid to because I don't.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
All right.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else.
Honestly, what
the
happens if
cargo
you
lift?
kill
Yes,
yourself?
go there. Go to the cargo lift. Good.
Said the bucket. But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend.
So he
So he
killed
threw
himself?
himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
Okay. Alright, I gotta end this episode here. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm definitely playing this game. This is just as fun as the original. Goddamn, like, this actually is kind of heavy for this type of game. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.